I'm making gorgeous Christmas decorations today out of wooden clothes pegs. Welcome to my crafting channel. I'm Alana from Upcycling NZ. This is a $1 bag of wooden craft pegs that have already had the metal parts removed. I got these from a thrift store. And I'm gluing the flat sides of these together with hot glue. Then for the first type of snowflake that I'm making, I'm gluing 4 of these together, ensuring that the hole in the middle is a square shape. I'll make a second one of those, and I'm going to use wood glue and hot glue together to stick them to each other. And you should have 8 points to your snowflake. Once it's dry, you can leave it natural like this, or I'm going to paint this one in a white chalk paint. And I'm doing a very messy coat on this one because I want to distress it and let a little bit of the wood show through. I'm painting another one in red acrylic paint, also with just one messy coat. I'll paint a green one, and I'll put those aside to dry. Now that the white one's dry, I'm taking these sticky gems and I'm taking off the sticky backing and actually using hot glue to attach these. You can place them anywhere, but just leave one of the points free where the groove is so that you can tie the hanger on. I've turned it over and I've filled that hole with hot glue so that it strengthens the whole thing up. So that should be enough gems to catch the light on your Christmas tree. The next step is I'm folding a piece of twine in half, and I'll halfway down add a dab of hot glue, wind it around that groove and tie it off in a knot. Then I can tie the end in a knot and you've got your hanger. I also burn any loose fibres off. This is gorgeous just like that, but I'm going to age this one to make it look more vintage. So I have a little bit of antiquing wax on the sponge and I'm just touching all the edges up. I've taken a dry brush and a tiny amount of white chalk paint to dust snow all over the red and green ones. I'm going to add a gem to the red one in the centre, both sides, and buttons to the green one. I'll add some more of those stick-on gems to the red one, but I'll leave the green one the way it is. I quite like it like that. I also aged those edges with antique wax. I made another one with pearl beads, and those ones are done. Next I'm making a more simplified version, but I'm using 2 sizes of pegs. I've got the big ones and I've got these little blue ones. So again, glue both flat sides together, and this time I'm going to put 5 points on the star and I'm going to add the little blue ones in between. To strengthen this one up, I'm taking some PVA wood glue and I'm spreading it all around in the joins. I made several of these, and now that they're dry I'm going to paint them in a white chalk paint. 2 coats this time. Add hangers when they're dry. And I added some black and gold beads to both sides of these. I also had 2 of these little wooden things in my stash, and I thought it would make a great head for an angel, so I've got my pieces with the flat sides glued together already, and I'm just taking the angle on the end of the peg to create a skirt all the way around the base of that wooden shape. I don't know what those wooden shapes are used for. Let me know in the comments if you do. Once it's dry, I'm going to give it 2 really good coats of white chalk paint. Have to thank you very much for tuning in. Love having your company. Hope you're enjoying the video. I'm going to dress this up with some twine now. I'm going to wrap it around the base of the body, leaving a tail, and wind the twine around and around on some glue until I have a bodice at the top. Then both ends can be tied off in a knot. Then you trim those ends off until they become arms for your little angel. I'm using 2 little wooden beads for the hands on the end of those arms, so I'll attach a little bit of glue and wind the twine so it's nice and sharp on the ends. Then with another dab of glue I can thread that bead onto the end of the twine, both sides. I'm also putting more twine around to create a skirt like this one. So you just thread the end through the middle there and hold it with your thumb while you glue the twine and wrap it around a few times. Once you've reached the back of the dress, thread it down and glue off in the next notch down, and if you hold it in, it'll wrap around that notch. I'm winding it around the set of notches a couple of times and stepping it down at the back of the dress each time. Because it has a hole down the centre of the dress, it'll be easy to sit on top of your Christmas tree. All the wood glue I'm using is strengthening it up as I'm going as well. Now I just need to trim it off and I'll tie it off at the centre of the dress there. I have some little wings made from feathers that I'll put on the back of the little angel, and I'm just using a good dab of hot glue for that. So here's the 2 little angels that I've made. They tend to take on a personality, so tying a string around their neck was a little bit disturbing, the same way cutting off the arms to the length I needed was. However, that's how you make a hanger for them. These make great gifts and stocking fillers for Christmas. It's currently spring in New Zealand and there's blossoms all over the fruit trees.